Copy. Sa akin? Talaga? Good afternoon, I'm Shania, and this is One News Now. Lawmakers want the Commission on Elections to extend voter registration ahead of next year's presidential elections. Let's get the latest from Man Los Baños, who reports to us live from Rizal. Man, we know that voter registration is only until September 30. So what did the Comelec have to say? Is this an option, extension?
Yes. Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. The Comelec maintains that the voter registration won't be extended. This even after some lawmakers filed a resolution asking the poll body to extend the deadline. With that, those who want to practice their right to vote only have until September 30 to register. Comelec Commissioner Marlon Casquejo said they can no longer entertain extension because it will affect the preparation of activities given the remaining amount of time they have. Casquejo also admitted that the COVID-19 pandemic brings challenges to their operations, but lawmakers insist for the extension during a Congress hearing earlier today. In response, Casquejo said he will try to bring it up again to the Comelec en banc. As for the filing of candidacy, Sean, an antigen test is required for national posts. The same IATF rules will be applied for candidates running for local positions. Under the guidelines, a representative may file a COC if the candidate has COVID-19 symptoms. Meanwhile, the Comelec said an additional 8 billion pesos is needed for the extension of voting hours. But the Commission said they are not inclined to extend the voting period to 2 days. Instead, they are looking at 3 to 5 hour extension that would still require additional honorarium. The poll body added that they will also need at least 10,000 more vote counting machines. Sean, let's listen in to some parts of the hearing.
Ang magiging issue talaga namin dito is yung additional budget ng ating mga teachers, mga electoral boards. So, kasamaang palad, na-slash po yung budget ng ating mga teachers. We are still dependent on the budget given to us.
Ayaw na ayaw talaga ng Comelec at ng karamihan na maging 2 or 3 days itong botohan kasi nga tuwing palit ng shift, talagang naikagdagan na lamang daw yung Red Bull, habaan na lang yung shift at yung oras ng pagboboto.
Sean, the Comelec also decided that the filing of COCs for national posts will be held at one of Sofitel tents, and they assured that there will be enough ventilation and enough space for all the filers. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for that update. Man Los Baños of News 5 joining us live from Rizal. Stay safe, man. In other news, business groups have opposed the proposal to criminalize comments made on the SALN, or Statements of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth of Public Officials. In a statement, the group said this will violate the people's freedom of speech. They also said that existing laws on libel and slander are enough to combat the abuse of free speech. The groups also believe that pushing for this law will take away the public's right to access public information and official records. Noting that from a business perspective, being able to access and comment on SALNs is important in order to avoid those who are bribing officials to stay in business. They also added that keeping SALNs public also opens up more opportunities for investment. Ombudsman Samuel Martires had previously proposed jail time for those who make public comments on SALNs of public officials. which he said was in violation of the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for public officials and employees. The Philippine National Police is all set for Metro Manila's shift to Alert Level 4 status starting tomorrow. PNP Chief Guillermo Eleazar said the police are ready to assist LGUs in implementing the new scheme and granular lockdowns. Eleazar has also ordered police personnel to work with barangays in imposing the shortened curfew hours, which are now 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. across the National Capital Region.
From the identification of areas that would be placed under lockdown up to the distribution of assistance to the affected residents. Sa pagpatupad ng mga patakarang ito simula bukas, hinihiling namin ang pakipagtulungan ng ating mga kabayan upang maayos na maipatupad ang mga ito.
We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. One hospital in Malolos, Bulacan is recycling used PPEs or personal protective equipment so that supplies can be diverted to other facilities within the LGU. JC Cosico with their story.
From the Panasahan Fishport, it takes around 25 minutes of boat ride to reach Pumarawan District Hospital in Malolos City, Bulacan. The hospital serves as an extension facility of the Bulacan Medical Center. And as part of COVID-19 safety measures, its 19 personnel wear personal protective equipment or PPE while on duty. But instead of disposing used PPEs, these are disinfected in a drum containing water and chlorine so they could be reused. The hospital says they decided to recycle used PPEs so the provincial government could divert supplies to bigger hospitals facing surge in cases.
Ginagawa lang po namin ito para makatipid. Para yung full support sa BMC, sa kanilang makonsentrate yung mga supplies. Sila po kasi yung COVID hospital ng province. Sa kanila po nire-refer lahat ang COVID cases. 10 times po yung exposure nila sa amin. Kasi if we get 10 patients, they get 100 patients.
The PPEs are soaked overnight, then dried for another day before being reused. Hospital staff may reuse it up to 3 times if they weren't exposed to positive cases. Some nurses don't see any problem with this, just like Sarah, who has been assigned in the hospital for 5 years.
Siyempre kung nandoon po yung nag-aalala minsan, pero kailangan po kasi namin para mas makapagbigay din po kami ng extra dun sa mga mas malalaking hospital na na-expose po talaga sa COVID.
The hospital also clarified they have enough PPE supplies. They also have no problems requesting additional PPEs.
It's not instructed, no? Wala po itong instructions from the provincial government or from our mother unit na Bulacan Medical Center. So we are doing it on our own. Sabi nga nila, this is a call for prudence and austerity.
Malolos City currently has 468 active COVID-19 cases, while total infections have reached 7,512. The LGU says average daily new infections decreased to around 90 to 120 when the entire province of Bulacan was placed under modified enhanced community quarantine last month. Prior to this, the city recorded an average of 200 to 300 cases daily as a result of eased quarantine restrictions.
Pero we noticed, nung pumasok yung Delta variant, pag nagkaroon ng isang case sa family, ang tendency buong pamilya nahahawa.
Moreover, the occupancy rate of their 80-bed quarantine facility for mild to severe COVID-19 infections is currently at 59%. The local government hopes cases would continue to decrease in Malolos. That's why they're calling on the public to observe minimum health standards, as Bulacan remains under MECQ until September 30. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Armed Forces spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Demi Zagala said the current level of terror threat here in the Philippines is moderate. This is on the back of the Japanese Foreign Ministry saying it received information about a possible terror attacks in 6 Southeast Asian nations. The Japanese embassy in Manila has already issued an alert to Japanese citizens residing in the country. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez said that the granular lockdown system in Metro Manila is expected to bring back some 200,000 jobs. Lopez also said this translates to around 180 million pesos a week in revenue, primarily from the restaurant industry. And tech giant Apple unveiled its iPhone 13 with expanded 5G connectivity, faster chips, and sharper cameras. The new phone also has a better display, longer battery life, and a cinematic mode that automatically changes focus. The iPhone 13 and its Pro and Pro Max editions will be available in Apple stores by September 24. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.